اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد.
Scholars differed. Does Islam love poverty, or does Islam promote wealth? And the scholars, as I said, had different opinions. Who's best at the side of Allah? The poor who's patient, or the rich and wealthy who is thankful and giving? And the most authentic opinion is those who are better in righteousness and piety. And some scholars said, no, the wealthy person who gives to others and benefit Muslims and Islam is better than anyone else if they are in the same level of righteousness and piety. And the majority of the 10 heaven-bound were rich, such as Abu Bakr, Uthman, Abdul Rahman, Sa'ad, Az-Zubayr, Talha, and Sa'id ibn Zayd, may Allah be pleased with them. They were all rich individuals. And the Prophet ﷺ would acknowledge their wealth when they assist and help in spreading Islam. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, there is no wealth that had ever benefited me more than the wealth of Abu Bakr. And the Prophet ﷺ used to visit them, and he used to encourage them to give and guide them to the best means of charity. Abu Talha, may Allah be pleased with them, was one of the richest in Medina. He had farms, palm trees, and he had his most favorite property, a farm called Bayruha, which was close to the masjid of the Prophet ﷺ. And it had a well where the Prophet used to enter ﷺ and drink from that well because it was a bit sweet, unlike the wells of Medina. So when Allah Azza wa Jal revealed the ayah, لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ, you will not attain paradise until you spend from what you love. Abu Talha said, O Prophet of Allah, this farm, Bayruha, is the most precious to my heart, and I put it in Allah's charity, and I give it to you to put it and give it and distribute it wherever you wish. So the Prophet says, alayhi salatu wasalam, bakhin bakh. Wow, that is a winning transaction, a successful transaction. And I've heard what you said, and I see that you yourself divided between your needy relatives. So he did so and distributed it upon his own relatives and cousins. He used to visit the rich. Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, may Allah be pleased with him, when he fell sick, he visited him. And Sa'd said, O Prophet of Allah, I have only daughters, so I'd like to give most of my wealth in charity before I die. So I'd want to give 2/3 of my wealth in charity. The Prophet said, no. So he said, okay, then I'll give half of my wealth in charity. The Prophet said, no. Then Sa'd said, then I'll give 1/3 of my wealth in charity. And the Prophet approved that, and he told him that it is best not to leave your heirs poor, asking people for money, rather leave them something to get by with.